Hi, Jason Baker here with Rise Real Estate, and thank you for listening to this video. I was doing my radio show the other day called Real Estate Revolution, and we were talking about what's going on in this market and what is happening, and why is there a shift taking place. The simple answer is inflation and interest rates. Okay, people are not able to afford their day to day. And also, the inflation is causing, the only way out of inflation is to raise interest rates. So the Fed has been doing that over and over and over again, and will continue to do that, I believe, is an affordability issue in and around Montana and frankly throughout the entire world. So we are going to go into and we're currently for the last 4.5 months in a shifting market. What a shifting market means is we're moving from a seller's market to a buyer's market, and currently we're about halfway there. So what is happening, like in a nutshell? Here's the long and short of it, and I can go over the statistics, but we went from 60 homes on the market to 270 to 280 homes on the market in Missoula County and Ravalli County. So 270 to 280 in both counties. That's what happened. Our inventory went up by 4.5 times because the interest rates went up so high. We simply lost, I'd say, half or more of the buyers that were in the market. So what was happening is 20 to 30 showings per week per home, all price ranges. It's now down to 3 to 5. Nobody is on the front lawn anymore fighting to own these homes. Now, there hasn't been a big article about it, but we're starting to, in the mainstream media, see talk about a recession. Well, we're already full blown into one, whether they want to admit it or not. The fact of the matter is we've had 2 consecutive quarters of retraction in our economy. So we are in full blown in a recession. I think we all feel it, right? So what's happened in a nutshell? Inventory has increased because interest rates increased, not a lot of buyers. That's what happened. But what is that, like, layman's terms? If you could afford a $500,000 home before, the interest rates were at 3%. When they went up to 4%, that took what people can afford from 500 down. So every 1% the interest rate goes up, their people's buying power goes down 10%. So when it went from 3 to 4, it took the $500,000 buyer down to 450. Well, they can no longer afford 500, so they're not offering 5 or 550. Okay, there was a time where if you were pre-approved for 500, you had to look at something that was 400 or 450 because you were going to have to pay 50 to 100,000 over. That's nuts, but that's what was happening. So now a person who's was looking at a $500,000 home no longer has to pay over that, so they can actually look at a $500,000 home. But now the interest rate went up a point. Now they can only look at 450. Went up another point. Now they can only look at 410. Went up another point. Now they can only look at approximately 370. Went up another point because the interest rates have gone up to 7%, 4 points over where they were. Now they can look at something around 370, 380. Holy cow. So you're telling me that people are looking at something in the high threes that used to be looking at something at 500? You betcha. That's exactly what's happening, and that is why. Now, what's going to happen? I believe our inventory is going to go from 280 in each county all the way up to 350 to 400. Now, there'll be a slight decline through the winter months because some people, for some reason, it's probably the craziest thing I've ever heard, take their house off the market and put it on in spring. Their real estate agent is obviously not telling them when they put it on the market in spring that I believe prices are going to be 5% less than that, right? So a buyer would say, well, I'm going to wait until spring. There'll be more inventory and there'll be more. Well, your interest rate's going to be 8% or 8.5% versus 7 now. So you think the rates are high now, just you wait. It's still going to keep happening, okay? So right now, what a buyer should do is they should offer the seller 5% that they're going to lose over the next 6 to 12 months off the price now, and 99% of the sellers will take that unless their real estate agent is not having weekly conversations with them about where the market's going. So overall, currently, the average price reduction in Missoula County is $50,000 on active homes, and they're still not sold, so they're going to need to go down some more. And they're already there, most of them. And I believe we're going to see that go to 60 or 70,000 average price reduction of all the homes before it's all said and done. And again, the inventory is increasing. So we have higher days on market. Okay, we have longer days on market, decreasing prices. All right, so for a seller, if you don't want to lose more while the interest rate goes up or these prices, we're kind of like that first car going over a roller coaster. Now we're not going to go crashing down like in 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's not happening because there's no liar loans out there. Everybody has equity. But the fact of the matter is we're going to lose something. So a seller needs to get on the market now because it's going to be worse in the springtime. Also, a buyer, your interest rates are going to be higher in the springtime, and that's bad for a seller too if they're buying. So this is what's happening. It's changing. We can no longer, say, well, if I could get, well, that's not happening anymore. That's completely gone. Now, if you are a real estate agent, and a lot of real estate agents watch this video, my advice to you is you have got to come up with a marketing plan that actually is more than just doing some Instagram posts and throwing something on the MLS. So we have a 26-point marketing plan that we employ. We're battling in the trenches every single day, and we're winning. And I encourage real estate agents to, if you don't have a marketing plan for your sellers, to get out there and get one sooner than later, or you're just going to get run over by teams like us. Okay, so the fact of, now also, we are hiring another 8. We have 5 people we have a 3-month onboarding thing that helps launch a real estate career. If you know anybody that's been considering getting into real estate, I have a plan and a system and leads for you. You simply just need to show up and do the work. So if you know anybody that's been considering it, or you've been considering it, or for the agents watching, you've been considering making a change because you actually have to work now to sell a house, please call me or have them call me. I would love to visit with them. Okay, our average agents are making $125,000 take home per year. Not too shabby. All right, especially in a recession. So we expect that things are only going to get better for us or for those who work. Okay, so we are in the trenches with you. We are here to serve. How can we help you, and what questions do you have about the market? Reach out. I'm always available. I'm here for you, and we'll talk to you soon.